Hello my friends and welcome back. Today I want to show you one of my favorite exercises for alleviating low back pain. This is great for while you're having low back pain, but for any of you who have low back pain, which constitutes about 80 to 90% of the population at some point in time, then this is for all of you. So if you have a yoga block, that would be great if you can get one. If you don't have a yoga block, no big deal. You can use a firm pillow or a folded up blanket. I'm going to have you lie down on your back, preferably on a supportive surface, not your bed. You want it to be firm enough that it supports your back. So on a yoga mat on the floor or on a carpeted floor would be great. Place the block between your legs, between your thighs. It could be any way. I like to use it this way because it lines up the hips and the knees. So if you can find a direction that does that, that's best. And what you're simply going to do is squeeze the block between your knees, okay? Squeeze your thighs together. And what you're doing there is you're actually releasing and making room in the sacroiliac joints that get so tight and closed off so much of the time when we're sitting and when we have our feet turned out. A lot of us walk with our feet turned out, and we'll address that in another video, but it tends to get very tight and closed off. So this is going to help open that. Feel the low back spread as you squeeze and release. Let's do this about 6 times. I want you to inhale as you relax. Exhale, squeeze the block. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, relax. You can go at your own pace with this. Exhale, squeeze between the thighs. Feel the low back open and spread and relax. Relax and squeeze. Relax and squeeze. Great. Now, you're going to maintain just enough muscle activation to keep the block between your thighs, but you don't have to squeeze right now. And what we're going to do is something called the pelvic clock. You might have heard of it. So, when you roll over onto your tailbone and you heighten that arch in your low back, we're going to call that 12 o'clock. When you roll back up onto your, you'll be pressing your low back into the mat, kind of at your waist area, so that you're flattening out the curve in your low back. That'll be 6 o'clock. Let's roll between those two. So we're going to roll to the tailbone, pressing the tailbone into the mat, and flattening the curvature, pressing the waistline into the mat. And as you do this, realize there are no straight lines in the body. There are just curves and bumps and all different kinds of things. Let that happen. Just explore the movement and feel it like a massage on the low back. It's really nice for the sacrum. And we're going to roll up. Let's do one more time. Press the tailbone into the spine. And your body, your spine will follow, but make all the action come from your pelvis. Okay? Let's do another 6 squeezes and squeeze the block. So you're relaxing now, by the way, in between 6 and 12 o'clock, just in neutral pelvis. Squeeze the block and let go. Squeeze the block on your exhale. Inhale as you relax. Exhale as you squeeze. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze, open up those SI joints and relax. Let's do 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So we're going to be rolling over one side of the sacrum and then the other, maintaining just enough adductor action, those inner thighs, to hold the block in place. Now you want to try to minimize the movement of the knees. This is all about the pelvis. The knees will follow naturally, but you really want to pay attention to what the pelvis is doing here. Again, nice massage on the low back. Find points that feel maybe tight or achy. It's your choice. You can hang out there for a while if you want. Maybe just rock back and forth. And we're just shifting gently between 3 and 9, rocking the sacrum. It feels really nice. Come on back to neutral between 3 and 9. Let's give the block another squeeze and release. Squeeze and go ahead, do about 5 more at your own pace. Remember to breathe. Exhale on the squeeze. Inhale as you relax. Great. Now, let's go around our whole clock. So you've got 12 o'clock down at the tailbone, all the way around to 6, all the way around back to 12. Let's start with pressing the tailbone down to 12 o'clock, and we're going to slowly roll clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you're at the point where your waistline is down and coming around to 9 o'clock. See how smooth and steady you can make it. It's okay if it's not. Let's reverse the direction. It's just the idea of thinking about it, sending your awareness there. That's what's really doing the work. That's what's really teaching your body how to move, how it feels. And let's reverse again. Now we're going clockwise around to 6, and go at your own pace. Notice any areas that feel tense or tight or achy. And again, your choice, reverse the curve. If you want to, you can just rock in an area for a while. Maybe you rock a little in front, a little behind. Take a deep breath into it. Okay, and when you've completed your circle, come again to a nice neutral spine. Squeeze the block. Release. Squeeze the block. Release. Let's do one more. Nice squeeze those inner thighs together. And relax and take a deep breath. Pretend you have lungs in your low back and breathe right into it. And as you exhale, feel gravity relax you down in the mat. Your low back, your pelvis rest heavily. Great. And by now, your low back should be feeling a lot better. Let me know how this exercise worked for you, especially those of you who are having low back pain in the moment. Let me know if that helped to reduce your back pain and what your experience was. That would be great. And please, if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've got lots of great videos like this. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.